Picture this. You're broke, divorced, and your ex-wife just bailed on Christmas to go to Barbados with her new rich boyfriend. Merry Christmas, right? That's Trevor, a guy living in a house so broke you gotta put coins in the meter just to keep the lights on. Trevor's daughter Maddie used to love their Christmas tradition, but now she's too cool for Dad's decorations. Then Trevor gets the call. His ex-wife's boyfriend is offering to pay for Maddie's college. Trevor's like, nah, I got it. But plot twist, he's drowning in debt and just got fired from his school job. Classic Trevor move. So Trevor's helping with the school Christmas play when someone rings the doorbell. He opens it and finds a baby in a basket, just chilling there like Amazon Prime delivered it. A teacher's like, oh yeah, one of the moms said we could borrow her kid for the nativity scene. So Trevor's like, cool, puts the baby in the manger and the show goes on. Mid-play, Trevor gets a call about a house-sitting gig in London that pays bank. He's so shocked by the number that he literally lets go of the rope holding up the stage star and it crashes down, scaring all the kids. But here's the problem. He's got to be in London by 5 p.m. for the interview. Okay, so Trevor is in this massive penthouse. Like, we're talking, I have a room just for my art collection, Rich, and he's got a baby hitting in a trash can. Because that's normal. And the property manager is literally standing right there explaining the rules like no guests, while this baby is just crawling behind her. Trevor's sweating bullets, shoving bottles and vases, and this baby's living his best life exploring the place. I cannot make this up. After the play, Trevor is packing up when he hears crying. Plot twist number 2, the baby's still there. Everyone forgot him. Trevor tries calling the parents, but guess what? That mom already has her baby at home. This one's sick. So the basket baby? Abandoned. Trevor's like, okay, cool, I'll call the principal. She's already left town. Calls the police, they need 3 to 4 hours. Calls social services, they send a guy, but by the time he arrives, the baby's playing hide and seek under furniture. The social worker shows up, Trevor goes to hand him the kid, but the basket is empty. Baby's gone again. Trevor's frantically yelling, "Baby Jesus," and the social worker's like, yeah, you're crazy, and dips. Trevor finds the baby under a table, runs outside, but the guy's already gone. Social services office closed. Police, phone dies. So now Trevor's stuck with a random baby and a train to catch to London. Okay, so Trevor shows up at this insanely fancy London penthouse with the baby hidden in his backpack. He's trying to act normal while the baby's making cooing sounds, so Trevor's like, oh yeah, that's me, my stomach. The property manager, Petra, gives him a tour of this giant penthouse. She's explaining the rules, and behind her, the baby's crawling across the floor. Trevor is sweating bullets trying to hide bottles, shove the kid in trash cans, and pretend everything's fine. Petra's like, no guests allowed, ever. And Trevor's nodding while literally hiding a whole human behind her. She leaves, and Trevor finally pulls the baby out of the trash can, but his phone rings. It's the police saying they'll transfer the case to London PD. Cool. Problem solved, right? Nope. The baby poops, and Trevor is out of diapers. So what does he do? Uses a $5,000 designer shawl as a diaper, clips it together with office supplies, then throws the dirty diaper on the balcony like it's Tuesday. Okay, so Trevor takes the baby to the grocery store in a shopping cart, because he has no stroller, and weighs him on the produce scale to figure out what baby food to buy. He gets a call from Georgia at London Social Services. She'll pick up the baby tomorrow afternoon. Perfect. That night, the baby won't stop crying. Trevor tries everything, songs, bouncing, weird dances. Nothing works. Then the baby burps and instantly falls asleep. Trevor's like, oh, that's it? But wait, baby cries again. So Trevor grabs a champagne bottle, pops it open, and gives the baby the cork to suck on. It works. Baby's out cold. Parenting 100. Next morning, Trevor orders diapers online. Delivery guy shows up, but Trevor doesn't know which button to press on the intercom, so the guy leaves. Trevor runs to the street, stops the delivery guy just in time, but when he gets back, he realizes he left the fob, the building key, upstairs, and the baby, and his phone. Trevor's stuck in the lobby, panicking. A neighbor, Lionel, shows up. Trevor borrows his phone, calls the cleaner Elsa, and begs her to bring the spare fob. While waiting, Trevor ends up having lunch with Lionel's family. Meanwhile, George is at the penthouse ringing the doorbell. Nobody answers. She leaves a message saying if Trevor doesn't call back, she's calling the cops. Trevor finally shows up with the fob, rushes to the elevator, and leaves the diapers in the lobby. He uses his shoe to block the elevator door while he grabs the bag, but the door keeps hitting it and whoosh, the door closes. Then, a tenant with a dog gets in the elevator and the dog steals Trevor's shoe. That night, Trevor hears someone breaking in. He finds a young couple with their own baby living secretly in the basement. They've been sneaking in with a fob they found and stealing food because they're homeless. Trevor feels bad and gives them baby food. They're super grateful. The next day, Georgia finally shows up. Trevor hands her the baby, signs the paperwork, and she drives off. The couple comes back to thank Trevor and pick up their baby. Trevor goes to get him and realizes he gave Georgia the wrong baby. Ugh. Trevor sprints to the street, finds Georgia arguing with a cop about a parking ticket, and while she's distracted, he yoinks the baby out of her car and runs back inside. In the elevator, he drops the fob down the shaft. Luckily, he still has the couple's spare fob. He swaps the baby's back just in time and calls Georgia to confess, but she doesn't answer.
Okay, so plot twist, Trevor is getting dutied for actually being homeless and now has to handle all of the Christmas shopping and decorating for these people who own the penthouse. Okay, he buys so much food he needs 4 shopping carts. Meanwhile, Georgia realizes the baby's missing and calls the cops, as you do when you find a random baby in the middle of nowhere. Back at the penthouse, this crazy dog shows up, steals a sausage, and swallows the fob. Yes, the building key. Inside a dog. Trevor tests it, and it still works from inside the dog's stomach. So now Trevor is walking around with a dog that contains the only way in and out of the penthouse. He takes the dog outside to poop, picks it up in a doggy bag, and confirms the fob is in there. He keeps the poop bag in a drawer. Yes, this is a real movie.
So Trevor spends hours cooking a massive feast, decorating the penthouse and setting up a Christmas tree using the base from a moving statue which he hides in a closet. But then the owners cancel again. They're going to New York instead. A cop shows up looking for the baby. Trevor explains the swap and the cop's so confused he just stays for dinner. Then the homeless couple shows up, then Lionel, who got evicted, then the dog lady, then Trevor's ex-wife and daughter Maddie. Their flight got canceled. So now Trevor is throwing an epic Christmas party in a penthouse he doesn't own with a random baby, a homeless couple, a cop, an evicted neighbor, a dog, and his family. They're singing, eating, and having the best Christmas ever. Then the baby goes missing again. They find him in the nativity manger. Final twist, the penthouse owners show up at the door.